Nobody want to choke my out for the matter. Imagine full country now na scapegoat. Because animal politicians they wear coat. Uncontrollable longer throat. Make a dot to vote for animals the way we are coat. And top in Yama country come the float. I'm on the stuff on a new episode. Up on the matter, say them lost the code. Pastors no see Bible fast the quote. The hunger they much and they no get antidote. No antidote, cause they stack bad dope. Some they put call to half and one bath soap. People where they talk bad too much. So the embassy is start finish. It be like say aeroplane if we don't finish. I swear to God if we don't start. Situation no report. Baba we no be your mate. Baba we they shake the economy. Now it make me and my people with a sick autonomy. We want go. I'm on the matter say for joke. Because everybody turn them to cruise. Because Nigerians love to they soft and smiling. They prefer to pray to God than to fight for change.
Okay, thank you for joining us on all the channels connected to this broadcast. So much anticipated, and we are back. Myself and my beloved sister. I can't remember how long, for over 7 years since we came live together. We are back again on the social media with a gospel of truth, with eye-opening, deliverance gospel for the people of God and for those that seek redemption. And for me, it was a prison break outreach. And for her, it was deliverance from this.
It was freedom to the captives.
Freedom to the captives. We've come a long way, myself and my sister. And I don't want us to waste further time because we might not spend more than 1 hour. May not be up to 1 hour. So I want to bring my sister to the front seat to introduce herself to our audience, my audience, and her audience who already know her. Please, who do we have here? Go ahead, my sister, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name remains Bisola Hephzibah Johnson. I'm an author, a broadcaster, a catalyst. I am a counselor. I am an activist, philanthropist, preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you. You're welcome, my beloved sister. And what brought me back here with her again, some of you might remember this. Let me play this very short clip for you. Those of you that may be wondering, why is she here? You can see the title already. Bisola Hephzibah Johnson, her encounter with TB Joshua. As more witnesses emerge, she is vindicated, and she's going to talk about some of her vindications that are taking place. Recently, you saw the video, the interview from BBC, and there are so many opinions out there. Some people that are not willing to stand for the truth are still dilly-dallying or still beating around the bush. But whether you like it or not, this truth will always stand the test of time. Let me play this video. And for those of you that will remember this very clip, when the revolution began.
Said I was also
sexually molested by TB Joshua. I was trapped in the synagogue for 14 years of my life. I spent my youth in the synagogue until God set me free. If not for God, I would not be here today. And I've documented it in a book form. Not the time to dress up. This is the time to address. Yes. And I'm also talking on behalf of other young girls that are still in captivity of TB Joshua. 8 years old, 14 years old, 11 years old. Yes, I'm saying it. 11 years old are still there because they have money, because they have fame, because they have connection. They can put people down.
Okay, sorry. Wait, sorry, this thing is playing other videos. All right, thank you. And some of you may have seen that interview with BBC recently. It didn't start today. You know, it's just that some of you are beginning to see it now. 1 minute. Please, I'm on a live broadcast. I will call you back. I don't know if you're watching. All right. So some of you maybe, thinking that it is something that started now. It didn't start now. When this particular video I played now, when it was, when she was, blowing very hot on the street, displaying this her book, you can see at the background there. TB Joshua was still very much, I think he was very much alive or something like that. He was still alive.
Right.
Yeah. And this documentary, some of you just saw recently, I'm going to ask her a little bit about it to tell us, because some of you think it is something that was just packaged now. It is not something of today. That documentary, she will tell you when it started, that interview you just saw recently. I have been in the business of exposing these charlatans. I have been in the business of dismantling all these demonic altars everywhere. I've been in that business for the past 7 to 8 years. And let me show you some of these pictures that will make you understand what I'm talking about. Now, this is my first interview with my beloved sister here. This was 2018. This was 2018. And after that, we did another one. And this one, in fact, we titled it TB Joshua, the chief priest of the synagogue of Satan. We actually did this. TB Joshua was still alive. My programs then was Prison Break Outreach. Now I am into a different freedom movement that is supposed to emancipate, the indigenous people, particularly from my own side of the divide, Biafra. So, and it is freedom, for the people that need it. These my encounters took me around interviews and expositions here and there. And today we are here back again. Because when it started, some of you didn't believe it. Some of you think it was a gang up. Some of you think it was a plot against TB Joshua. And some are even saying he is dead. Why not allow the dead to rest? And even though he is dead, some people are still trapped in that bondage. People are still trapped in that captivity. And that is the need for us to touch on it once again and again, so that those of you that have always believed these people will be delivered, those that are still believing in them will be completely delivered. Because you can have a relationship with God on your own, a personal relationship. Not until you reach these people to reach God, because you can reach God on your own. So some of those things will take us even longer time to deliberate on. But before I go deeper and deeper, let me ask our beloved sister here. My beloved sister, Bisola Hephzibah Johnson, please tell us, before this interview that came out and people are talking, when was this interview actually held? Tell us a little bit about this interview, when it was held, and some of the people that are in that interview and what you know about them. Just a little bit before we go into other things.
Thank you very much. They said it's late, but Judas Iscariot is late. Uncle Nebuchadnezzar is late. And Pharaoh and all of them, they are still dragging them. So what is the difference between TB Joshua and all these people? The word of God says there's no rest for the wicked. And for the documentary, The documentary started way back like 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Even at a time, personally, I become impatient with BBC. I was even suspecting BBC. I thought maybe, am I sure it's not TB Joshua people who said they should come and pick us up? But yeah, because that man, there's nothing he cannot do in the sense of manipulation. Yes, we should call for that church to be closed down. True. So
yeah,
we have started a long way. I actually started 2008 when I left that place. And I've been talking. There are some Nigerian media who are sending me invitation now. I said, no, I've given enough to you people and you do nothing about it. Just like Mohbad, he was shouting until he died. And after he died, they now start saying justice. What justice? I was beaten on the streets of Lagos. I was drenched in my own blood twice. And I was running from one place to another. I couldn't stay 3 months in a place. I will move from north to the south, from south to the west, to Cotonou, to Ghana. And while he was alive, I was sometimes I even put on hijab in order to, to disguise. What did I do wrong?
I remember sometimes people would even threaten to kill you. I remember those days. You were virtually hiding. You were living. Jesus
I remember in those days, people like Uncle Raphael, they sent me money for upkeep because I couldn't work. I was jobless. I was penniless. I was all was upside down just because I told my truth.
Yes.
But I held on to God. I held on to my story. Why I came out is not because to pull anybody down. I came out in order to tell people, to warn people, be careful. Even if I tell you to be careful, I can't force you not to go there. But if I say my truth, it means that I have done what God wanted me to do. So, and they just took it wrongly. Even the same way they are taking it wrongly now. You understand? Before the documentary came out, I prayed to God. I had one-on-one with God. I said, Lord, this is not about fighting. This is not about, me. We have said it. It's for people to be delivered, to come out of religion, to come out of under men. Because when God created man, he created all of us in his image. He never said somebody should rule over another person. But when people begin to eat the tree from the knowledge of good and evil, they start taking they start getting messages from the east and wrong messages. And that's why some people become semi-demigod in different places they call house of God. But we know those places are not house of God. Yes, we need petition. We need ourselves to regroup, to group ourselves, because those people are regrouping. You understand? Those charlatans. Even if you see it online, somebody send it to me. Jeremiah Omoto said they should arrest me, calling for my arrest. I wouldn't have even answered him if Chidi.
Are you talking about Jeremiah? How about the other idiot in South Africa? He's not even in South Africa, he's in Zimbabwe. The other small boy. Okay, finish about Jeremiah. We'll touch on that one, that boy, J. Israel. He used to be somebody that I thought had sense, but now I know. After you finish on Jeremiah, let's talk about that boy.
So, we had a one-on-one with Dr. Chidi that we explained. He was saying that maybe I kidnapped some children. I said, you are just talking, out of sense. out of sense. You know, you are ignorant. You don't even know what you are talking about. It's just because you know you have influence over your deluded followers. So the moment you come out, they become typing. They don't use their common sense. And this is why we have come out. We have said, we don't say you shouldn't go to church, but anytime you go to church, please don't forget your brain at home. Yes. And there are many like that. J. Israel, also one of them. J. Israel, that look at J. Israel. J. Israel is a Confucianist. He is a confused mind. He always wants to profit in different things. He knows that he has lose out.
Yes.
He knows that he has lost his credibility.
Exactly.
You understand? So now he doesn't even care which side he belongs. He has lost consciousness. He has sold his soul to anything.
To Mammon. He has sold his soul to Mammon. That's what all these people have done. And some of the people actually listening to them, they don't understand that, look, God is so merciful. God keeps quiet and watch these people. They use the name of God to, deceive these people. Like J. Israel. You see him speaking, speaking as if he knows what is good. He's speaking English, very polished. He cleaned up. But inside of him is dead man bones, full of iniquity, full of mammon. His heart is not after God. His heart is not after the souls. His heart is after his stomach and his pocket. That's exactly the spirit. Anybody you see defending TB Joshua, or anybody telling you, don't talk about these pastors, God will judge them. If it is not truth that delivered Bisola, now, Bisola would have been long dead. Like some of them that have died. If she can tell you today how many people died as a result of, mingling with TB Joshua, all in the name of man of God. Help me, man of God, help me. Or we want to go to church, we need deliverance. You know how many have lost their lives? The vindication is so sweet now that so many of us were so, they demonize us when we talk about these pastors. Don't open your mouth. God will kill you. God will strike you. These are men of God. How dare you talk the anointed of God? But they never knew that these people, they are far from God than anything you can imagine.
True.
You understand me?
True.
So, Bisola, please, can you tell us a little bit about some of the witnesses that have come out recently, especially after this new BBC exposition? That is not new, because this exposition of BBC, they started recording it like 2 years ago, even when the man was still alive. So some of the people say it is a propaganda. I know BBC does propaganda most of the time, but this particular interview, they started recording it over 2 years ago. Please tell us more about that and the people that have come out as witnesses.
Yes. I was on a broadcast yesterday with Akewi, and while we were talking, somebody came into the broadcast, and we were surprised. This lady happened to be Shade. She used to work in the same department with Akewi, prayer enchanter. So she said when she saw Akewi, that was why she came into the broadcast. And she told us how many negative prayers they were asked to be praying by TB Joshua against his enemies. Unlike what you see on TV, let love leads, I don't reply it's all lies. And also, she also belongs to email department. She told us, I will cut our own side and put it out there. She said in email department, if people from abroad now write email that they are HIV positive, after the prayer, the same email, they change it to negative. I said, okay, number 2. Number 3, she told me that one day she was ushered into, Papa is calling you, and she was ushered in. And when she got there, oh, well done, you've been doing well. I'm your father. Okay, come and massage me. She was taken aback. And from massage, she saw that the man was on top of her as a virgin. Can you imagine? So a lot of other people have started coming out. That documentary is giving some people courage. So now, if you go into a compound, they have dogs. If the dogs are barking, it's not because the dog even want to attack you. It's because the dogs are afraid. So you see that these people are afraid. That's why you see them everywhere regrouping and asking people to be doing short videos online. And, they don't know. They know that something is coming on them. Something is coming on them.
Exactly.
And we are not giving up. Yes.
Exactly. The awareness, at a point, I was like, what is the need to keep talking about these things? Because some of the people, the more we expose these truths to them, the more they attack us. Yeah, the more they attack us, the more they call us names, the more they say all manner of nasty things about us. But now I can see the fruits that it is yielding now, because people are aware. Do you know that these pastors contributed a lot in destroying the society, Nigeria? Contributed a lot, because all these politicians you see today that steal money, they are all very close workers with these pastors. Very close workers with these pastors.
Sir, let me put it this way. Remember when TB Joshua's house collapsed in 2014? And there is this inquiry that was, instituted against him. Yes, because he was, he was asked certain questions that he couldn't answer. Before you know what is happening, the president flew in from Abuja. The president's wife, Patient Jonathan, was his customer.
Okay.
Yes, was his customer. So the president flew in, and what he said was that he came here because of TB Joshua and synagogue to empathize with him. He did not even talk about the victims. Now in the documentary, we begin to hear more stories. How dead people are being taken out in the dead of the night, so that the media will not know the body count. The government will not know the body count. They will just give certain number. You understand? So we're talking about a criminal, a hardened criminal. We're talking about pedophile here. We are talking about wicked soul. We are talking about satanist. We are talking about someone who has lost his humanity. He doesn't care. You can imagine his daughter coming out on him. So, and some people, they will be saying that no evidence. Will you carry camera into his bedroom when he's sexually abusing people? Or you think maybe he was stupid? Everybody in disciple quarters monitors one another. So let me tell you something. In 2013, a UK lady approached me and said they want to do documentary. I said, okay, I'm in. You understand? And that was not from BBC. That was from another, from Al Jazeera. Let me mention, from Al Jazeera. I said, okay, I will cooperate. So they want all those people who have given false testimony. And I was even collecting, you understand? But she said something that made me to sign out. She said she said something happened to her in Squan, and she wants to reestablish it under camera. She was coming back with body camera. I said, I fear for your life. no, I will not be part of this. Because even before the Al Jazeera gets there, your body will disappear. When you are not in the room, they check your bags. You heard what Rachel said. She got there and 2 women, they asked her to strip and they took her to shower. So where do you want to hide anything? So it's, all we can do, if you cannot take our word for it, is good for you. You understand? But this is my truth. This is my truth.
Somebody said here that it was even Goodluck Jonathan that stopped the investigation into what took place in that place. So you can imagine, how would a country move forward like that? You know, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was kidnapped in Kenya by Nigerian government, and extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria, he was a friend to TB Joshua. He came, the first time he went there and came out, and when he came out, he said TB Joshua should repent because he sees that the man is not speaking truth. You know, anybody that has the spirit of truth, that encounter TB Joshua and come out and does not rebuke the demon and separate yourself from him, you know that you don't have the truth in you. Our leader opened his mouth and said, if TB Joshua does not repent, if I didn't even say not repent, he said, TB Joshua, very soon, God will disgrace TB Joshua. He said that after it wasn't even up to 1 year before TB Joshua passed away.
I posted that video too.
Thank you. It wasn't up to 1 year before TB Joshua passed away. And now you see the disgrace. Even after his demise, the disgrace is even getting stronger and stronger. That is why our brother here, Pastor Foster, who is saying that it is time to write a petition to close down those, that particular demonic center. Because I wonder why that place will still be on with all the things that took place. The presidency in Goodluck Jonathan stopped investigation to the lives that were lost in that demonic center. And you tell me that that country will go forward. Do you know how many lives that these pastors, especially TB Joshua, you know how many lives were wasted? Some of them, their blood is still crying. Sister Bisola, their blood is still crying, and their blood will not stop crying until they are vindicated, until they are revenged upon. Because the evil there is too much. You can't believe that even now, BBC came out with investigative interview that is truth, mind-boggling. People are still defending TB Joshua, and people like J. Israel, a shameless boy in Zimbabwe. Tell me, if J. Israel really is somebody that loves truth, with all the things he even exposed about TB Joshua and all the things he talked about, all those fake criminal men of God, it shows that his heart was not even genuine at that point when he was talking about other pastors. Now today, he will tell you, I am not defending TB Joshua, but I stand with TB Joshua. J. Israel, you are so pathetic. You are a shameless boy.
You know what he did? You know what he did? You know, there was a time, because he was speaking out against charlatan. You remember that? Yeah. That was the time he asked me for friendship on Facebook, and I canceled him. I said, this journey is not bread and butter, but you must stand, and at the end, Jesus will be glorified.
So is that you know him? Because he said, I know Bisola. So that means he knows you is that you canceled him. Now he was claiming as if he knows you one-on-one. He has had anything, encounter with you.
So when he started speaking, I think Sikle contacted him. I said, okay, since you have a bigger platform, can I come and tell my story on your platform? He said, okay, no problem. So J. Israel and Solomon, they interviewed Sikle. And right in that place, J. Israel was saying that he knew TB Joshua to be charlatan. I will quickly send you something now. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I will send it to you now, so that possibly you can.
I can display it or I can play it, whatever it is. Just send it to me.
No, it's a screenshot. Let me continue. So then after this documentary, because he has fallen into the hands of what do you call it? Hands of Angel, Uber's Angel.
Okay.
And it's working for Uber's Angel. So definitely, if it's working for Uber's Angel, it will work for TB Joshua, because they all are in the same group. It happened the same way to Suleiman. When Suleiman began to felicitate with Uber's Angel, they reminded him that there was a time you spoke against our leader. And if you want to continue enjoying whatever you are enjoying in this brotherhood, you must go out to say good things about TB Joshua. That was he was wrapped up. So that was how Sule too came out and said, before he died, I made up with him. It was whatever he said. Anyway, so now Jay Israel is working for them. Do you know what he did in order to discredit Sickly? He cloned the phone of Sickly. They have been communicating on the phone because, help me, put my voice out there. He cloned the phone of Sickly, and he sent message to himself that, as if Sickly was talking, that I love threesome, and I love anus, sex, and he now put it out there with that number. A lot of men, over 200 men, were calling Sickly. Are you ready? I'm here for you. It was really depressing for that lady. And after some days, I think she lost her child. And Jay Israel asked the effrontery that what happened to her, she deserved it.
You see?
You can imagine.
And Sickly is one of the victims of TB Joshua. Am I correct?
One of the victims with how many abortions she did inside Squan.
Jay Israel, I know he doesn't even believe in God. Jay Israel doesn't believe in God. But the truth is that everything he is doing now, the day he will be receiving the repercussion, he will cry. He will be Jay Israel will be so disgraced that people will pity for him. Because the Bible says it would have been better you were not born than that will cause these little ones that trust me to go astray. He said it is better that a milestone is hung on your throat and you are thrown into the bottom of the ocean. Because Jay Israel is evil. He has sold his soul to God.
Show the screenshot. What Jay Israel said about Joshua as against what he's saying now.
Okay, I'm bringing that screenshot right away. Jay Israel is so evil that all these things you think you don't jump out to defend TB Joshua. And he was speaking English, yes. British English. Just speaking English. Shameless boy.
Very shameless boy. And
he was speaking English to defend.
How do we meet? I've never met him.
Okay, now this is the screenshot. Let me enlarge it so that people can see it, and then we can read it together. Now, my comment on TB Joshua. This was in June. This was June. Babe, this thing, I don't like it. I'm doing a very big program. My comment on TB Joshua. I remember last year we did an expose on this man, talking about his deceptions, lies, and manipulations. This is Jay Israel, June 21, June 2021. I remember last year we did an expose on this man, talking about his deception, lies, and manipulations. Many people have flocked into Nigeria to buy anointed water, stickers, and oils that he claimed can heal any sickness. Here is a very interesting analogy. For the past 2 years, TB Joshua was on medication, popping pills because he had a chronic illness. None of this was made public because it would demoralize the water and oil customers and shut down the business. If this man was a true man, hold on, guys. If this man was a true man of God, why didn't he use his anointing water, oil, and seekers to heal himself? The problem with our naive and senseless African brothers and sisters is that no matter the signs, they will forever be blinded by religion. I go on. Before he died, he was a false prophet. This is coming from J. Israel. Remember, J. Israel is the one saying this, that before TB Joshua died, he was a false prophet, a thief, liar, and a charlatan. And now that he's gone, nothing changes. He remains the biggest charlatan to ever walk on earth. So BBC should take note of this and probably go and make a documentary on J. Israel himself also. He remains the biggest charlatan to ever walk on earth. Whatever he makes is on earth, whether he makes heaven or hell, that is between him and God. May his soul rest in peace. You see, this is actually coming from J. Israel. Let me enlarge this and get his picture. And this is not cloned. You know, J. Israel is a criminal. He knows how to clone and how to manipulate people. So this is actually J. Israel's account. This is a main account. June 9, 2021. Thank you, Bisola, for bringing this. Very important. Okay. So, Bisola, you can make a comment on it. I've read it.
Yes, you can see that J. Israel is a double-faced.
Yes.
You know, he's a double-faced, and by his what he has been doing over time, you know that he does not stand somewhere. He has no standing position. Anytime he is lack of money, he run back to the charlatan. He came to Nigeria begging, kneeling down, up and down, begging Jeremiah, going to Chris or Kafo. These are the people he has ridiculed. You understand? So, I mean, this is time of education. This is a time of knowledge. We are not even talking about old time, but we are talking about time of education, that you have already seen the good side and the evil side of the charlatan, and you chose a path. And just because of money, you always want to be the boss. If he's going to talk and say anything, I am the president of Go Back to Christ. Then after some time, he will say that he's the chairman of Go Back to Sin. After some time, he will be CEO of All Things Are Equal. I mean, it's just terrible. And still, unfortunately, this man still have followers.
Yes.
He even fake his own death.
I mean, who fake his own death? Was it J. Israel?
J. Israel, yes. In order to get popularity, when he saw that no one is talking about him, he fake his own death.
Hey.
And Solomon, fall for it. And Solomon announced it. After Solomon announced
he got Solomon. He got Solomon with that. He used that trap to get Solomon.
So when everybody was saying, oh, yeah, he now resurfaced and said Solomon wanted him dead. Solomon said, somebody call him. Not knowing that it was J. Israel who used another person to call Solomon. They show Solomon the hospital J. Israel was dying.
Hey.
And they show him some elusive picture that look at him, is under medical care. And after some time, they said he has died, and he announced it.
Yeah, they said Jeremiah is calling for this. Okay,
We have already
Jeremiah is
answered
calling
that.
for.
We have already answered that.
Yes.
If you go to my YouTube, I think maybe 3 videos before now. Yeah, we have already addressed that. We play it one by, from the beginning to the end. He said, I kidnap children, and there's law against that, which is true. And he's calling the IGP and all the. So I asked him, when I was on the streets for many years, asking people to, when I stood on the streets shouting, I thought police will arrest me and, and arrest TB Joshua as well at that time, because they should say, wow, what you have said is too much. We need you. We need to bring you in, so in order to scrutinize you and ask for more information. But nobody, even there was a time they did a protest, I was there. There was one lady that usually interview criminals. Usually she's on crime media for one of the big organization there. If you see her, it's about crime. She interviewed me. That interview didn't make it to the TV. You understand? I expected that, how to play it. I wrote books. You understand? I wrote books. This is my book since 2015.
Yes, I have copies. I have copies of that. I think still have copies of that. I need to go and fetch them so that you remember. I had copies of that. About 20 copies I ordered them.
The TB Joshua I know. Rather, Femi Fani-Kayode was saying that he will make me to disappear. You see how much they suppress me over the years. If a old Femi Fani-Kayode can be saying, you understand that is 2-time minister in Nigerian government, so he has influence. They have money, they have everything. You understand? But I stood up to him. I said, I remember when they brought you to Squan, you were Johnson that day. You were Johnson. You were on drugs.
Yeah. Let me put the link. Let me put the link so that maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people can come up and ask you 1 or 2 questions, because maybe we have a short time to spend. Let me just put the link so that 1 or 2 people can come up and ask you questions. And I'm sure the link is on the comment section. I don't want to pin it. Just grab the link and come up. Grab the link and come up. Okay, we already have somebody in the studio. Let me quickly bring him in. Look at who I have in the studio. Well, no problem. Come in. And is it that you have a question for Bisola? Go ahead, please.
No, you can't introduce me like that now. It's you don't do that.
I put the link, and then you go ahead if you have a question for Bisola. Just
I brought him. He asked for the link.
You see, it's very, very important that I have another show coming up shortly. But the reason I decided to appear in your conversation is to make people understand. If you still think that this is a joke, I need you to think differently. If somebody like Jeremiah can come out and say openly and clearly that these people are fighting a war against us, I need you to believe him. You see, the problem we have is when we hear people say something, we'll go and say that they don't mean what they're saying. He's mobilizing. They have money, they have power, they have connection, they have everything that it takes. And they're going to, when they say enemy, who do you think are their enemies? It's you and me who have been talking about these people. So this is not a time to be playing. That's why I'm willing to lay aside any differences I have with anybody and gird my lions and know that there's a fight coming up. These people, they know that once they've come after TB Joshua, they're going to come after them. So they are going to fight. This is not a time for anybody to just be talking rubbish. If you're not ready, just stay away. It's going to get more serious. It's going to get really, really, really rough. So if you're somebody who has been talking about these fake pastors and all these prophets, I need you to please just lay aside everything and be ready for the fight that is coming.
You know how far it has come. Yeah, and look at my partner. My partner is here. OJ is here. Dr. Chidi, you know how far it has come. It's not, for me, it's not something of 2 years, 3 years. It's something I've come almost a decade talking about these criminals and these charlatans. And for me, I believe if there's going to be a revolution, if there's going to be a redemption for Africa, for us, it has to begin from that pulpit. If we don't cleanse it, if we don't detox our people, my brother, we're going nowhere. That's just the truth. So
all right,
please round up on your solution.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping off. I have a show. Bisola, thank you so much. Raphael, you guys, everybody just keep doing what you're doing. It's a time, very serious time that we're into. I'm so grateful for what BBC has done. They just kind of validated and vindicated a lot of us. And it just encouraged me to come out again to continue doing what we've been doing for so many years. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Bisola, you can see the reuniting of Raphael Chamakajere and OJ.
Wow.
OJ, you're welcome, OJ. Please, OJ, you can see what we're doing. And please go ahead and say something. I know you have a lot to say, OJ.
These are the legends.
Yeah.
That's why I
greetings.
The catalyst. Yes.
Yeah, greetings, Raphael. Greetings, Bisola. I mean, we've all come a long way in this struggle, And first of all, I know Raphael has been a fighter right from time, he can't stand these charlatans just like me and yourself as well. And I first want to thank God for your life, Bisola, because, sometimes we take a lot of things for granted and we think it's easy for a woman in Nigeria against all costs, knowing how demonic and ritualistic TB Joshua's ministry it was and still is, for a woman on the street with no money, with no godfather, to cry out and stand for the truth, for the lives that have been destroyed. So first of all, I want to say thank God for your life, Bisola. I know the journey has not been easy, but you see, it calls for joy because you have been vindicated. You have been vindicated because, and you know what I find so annoying, Raphael and the viewers here and Bisola, is that people will keep saying, why did they wait for him to die? Why are these allegations coming out when he died? What happened when Bisola and Agomo made videos exposing this guy? Where were they?
True.
She had made these videos long time ago. People were not listening. They had done these videos and even people were coming out. So when I hear these hypocrites saying, why is it when this man has died, these allegations are coming out? Very annoying. In fact, did you listen to the defense of, oh my gosh, I think we need to do an expose on that man. Wise man, did you see the defense Wise man has brought out against for TB Joshua?
Please send it
Have
to
you
me.
guys watched?
Maybe we'll do it next week.
See, if you watch it, you will vomit. Please, I watched it today. I'm like, oh my gosh! I was like, what is this? Why that wise man that is there? He said they're asking him.
If you watch the one of J Israel I don't even know where to place J Israel. J Israel did two videos. I watched one of them. The other one I just watched half. The first one, he was just speaking English, and then he was just talking BBC. He was speaking English on BBC. I am not defending TB Joshua, but I stand for him.
You know what? Anyway, I just came in to encourage you guys. If you notice, I got at the time I was like, after the Suleiman and all of them, and the pastors here, I just got tired. I said, you know what? If after now these people refuse to receive sense, right? Then that strong delusion that God said he will send them, I think they deserve it now. Because
Definitely.
we've all spoken. I go into apologetics type, I don't even bother with them anymore. I'm into my whole stream has changed. But I just want to say, well done, guys. Bisola, God bless you. Thank you. We'll put you in prayers. I know it's not going to be easy. There are threats that are going to be here and there, but the God who has seen you through to this point, he will see you to the end. But it just gives us joy that truth is coming out. When you watch that wise man's video, I'm telling you, you're going to vomit. You're going to vomit. I'm not joking, but it's something to see,
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you, OJ. Thank you so much. Biafra or nothing, please take the microphone and give us your own submission.
All right.
Okay.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You are muted. Unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
You didn't hear. Okay.
Can you please just touch the unmute button? Okay,
Okay.
good. You have muted again.
I think he clicked twice.
Okay.
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 It's okay now?
That's
Yes,
right.
Okay. Sister Bukola,
Bisola.
thank you. Thank you very much for what you have been doing. What is right no matter what.
Sure.
In Nigeria only breeds criminals. You must understand that. They wire us with hunger. So there's no choice. After politicians kick us, they will kick us to the pastors. Every pastor now, when you call them pastor, they say, I'm not a pastor, I'm a prophet. Don't call me a pastor again. So pastor is fading out now in that contraption called Nigeria, called the zoo. It's fading out. Pastor Vam, I greet you once more. I was not happy because the true Biafrans, they are all historians.
Yes.
They keep check. For calling that man doctor, it annoys me. But anyways.
The link is put out to everyone. So if he comes in, no problem, allow him to say anything. This thing is about what we're talking about is it looks like it's a different subject. You understand?
Okay.
And I'm interviewing somebody that is very close to him. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. But anywhere, he don't deserve to be a doctor anyway. He doesn't deserve to be a doctor. But that's by the way. You see, Bisola, put Biafrans in your prayers because the Biafra will change this narrative.
Yes.
I understand when our leader was asked about all this pastoring, yes, he doesn't want to make a comment. The only comment he made is, when Biafra come, they must stick by our laws. Yes. And I understand that laws very well. The law is, you don't take cover to church. Pastor, if you are a pastor, you don't have a job, you don't have anything to do with the church. Our people love to pray so much, then they manipulate us with all this. Because of hunger and all this, sometimes we want to go and show our new cloth in the church. So it is. But we love to pray. We love to gather together and pray. But Biafra will bring an end to all this rubbish. Because Biafra is a place you come. You don't have to go to church with money. You go to church with empty pockets and come back. That's the true meaning of prayer. Or you pray at home. How will I study a BRK in the school? Then I'm still going to church to practice what else? All I have studied since primary school, BRK. I've studied that in school. Still, somebody is preaching to me what I have studied for 10 years. What else am I learning? So all this is what I want to even speak with our PM, because all this is bothering me. There's a lot of things. A lot of things, because after all this, there will be still Eduakanono. Yeah, exactly. A lot of Eduakanono will continue.
Exactly. Thank you. But the thing is that you should focus. You should have focused on the subject matter, but you have come to change the narrative.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Christianity have eaten us so deep.
Onye na-eme program no na zoo. So so that's why you should have maintained the narrative. And
Okay.
that's why life here be in danger. So the topic
Yeah.
I na-ekwokwa no na diaspora. Ndị no buy imago I can save their for their interest. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. All right. Have a nice one.
I greet you. I greet you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Yeah. Okay. We have someone else at the background. If my brother, you're welcome. I know you really are interested in this topic. We lost Bisola. I know. I'm a here because I'm on a ebende. So before her link here up with her name, actually distance got herself a little bit. But the subject I have is about TB Joshua that have been exposed completely and why we must help our people. Sorry, somebody saying English. You should understand. I'm giving the language to our brother that came in. Why we must help our people to be delivered from this religious captivity. Religious captivity. It is something I promised to bring her, and indeed I did. And she would have loved to answer questions based on this particular subject if people were going to focus on the subject. If you have something to say, please go ahead. Okay, I think I will keep Ifeanyi in the background while I will bring I'll bring my screen back to show you. Ifeanyi, we lost you there. Are you ready now?
Pastor
All right, go ahead.
Just please, can you give me a second? Just
when
a second.
Ready,
yeah.
Okay, when you're ready, when you come back, okay, I'll have you. All right. Yeah. Children of heaven, lovers of freedom, I want to show you how far I have gone with this. It is not today. This is where this freedom actually brought me from and landed me where I am today. So let me show you. This is me. This is not today. This is 2019 or 2018. You see, this is when I was running this prison break outreach. This is Pastor Van for you. So for you to know, this freedom from oppressive zoo government started from my deliverance from the church system, from the religious system. This guy here, this picture I'm showing you, is my friend from South Africa. His name is Brilliant Pongo. You know, this is another one. This is another, once a charlatan, but delivered from the occultic church system. This guy, his name is Apostle Mercado. This was from 2019. This is where I came from, for those that have been following me. So I prepared all these things to show you why I actually invited Bisola Hephzibah Johnson, for you to understand how far I have gone with this religious system. So when I talk about them, I know them. Why you call me Pastor Van is because I was once a pastor that was delivered from all these manipulation and deception. This is where I came from. This one is another one. It's a program I had. This one was in 2018. The first fruit, the religious calm of the grace era. These were some of the programs I had in the past. This one was me. Some of you that know this guy, his name is Paulinus Okpere. Paulinus Okpere is a nightmare, a nightmare to Johnson Suleiman. I've hosted him on my platform, and we've dealt with all these charlatans. That some of these people, when you talk about revolution in Nigeria, or you talk about breaking up Nigeria, they don't come to support these Suleiman apostles or pastors. They don't come. We have dealt with them in the past. They don't want truth. They don't like truth. All they want is to hold people in bondage, in captivity, with religion, deception, and manipulation. Pauline Sokpere is no longer in Nigeria. I am very sure that now, if he wants to talk about Apostle Johnson Suleiman, he will do that with his chest today. There was a day this young man, Pauline Sokpere, he was about to go out one day. He came to his car. He saw, shell, bullets, bullet pallets upon his car, and with a letter, threat from Apostle Suleiman that they were going to shoot him. They were going to gun him down if he doesn't stop talking about Johnson Suleiman. That's Okpere. Pauline Okpere with myself. I interviewed him on my platform. This was years back. And then coming back to, my, the first and the second interview I had with Bisola Hephzibah Johnson, this one was titled TB Joshua, the chief priest of the synagogue of Satan. This was dated 22nd of September 2018. 2018. This was years back. I had started before this time. So when we're talking about TB Joshua, it is not today. The exposition was not today. So this BBC program, it is just to support some of the things that we have been talking about. The exposition we have done in the past. It's not today we expose the criminality and the evil of TB Joshua when he was alive. When he was alive. And now he passed away. If he passed away, does he wipe out the evil? Some of the people that did that evil with him, they are still running that business center. That's why one of our pastor friend, Pastor Foster from the USA, was actually writing that we should write petition to close down those centers. But for us, whether those centers is closed or is not closed, for me, I have already run out of Nigeria. I am out of Nigeria already. For me, I have my country and I've gotten Biafra. So what the activities we are doing for Biafra liberation will eventually help some of you that are still looking for one Nigeria, because it is going to crop Nigeria completely. Mazin Namdekan, our leader, who first exposed TB Joshua by saying that TB Joshua will be disgraced. He told you people that Nigeria, by the time we are done with Nigeria, Nigeria will be no more. Because all these things are what is keeping Nigeria. All these pastors, all these criminal business centers. We started exposing them way back. Way back we exposed them. And then that was what actually brought me together with this man. You remember this man? I don't know if you remember this man. Yeah? This one that posed himself as somebody that was calling for truth also. Some of them, they have ulterior motive. But for some of us that we are genuinely giving for truth, we gave our heart for this truth. We are still standing. People like this man, Sunday Adelaja, he's no more. He has disappeared. You can't see him talking about all these things again. You know why? Because he was supporting the system that was grooming these people. He was supporting the crime scene, which is Nigeria, that was helping these people. The political system of Nigeria, APC. You know, how can you support APC and say you want people of God to be free? Number one, if you support APC, you can never be a people of God in the first place. There can never be anything godly about you. This man supported Buhari. You supported Buhari and then you wanted to speak against TB Joshua. Are you not the same people? So I think I'm going to bring the program to a close. I don't know what happened to Bisola. I lost her. I don't know what happened to her. And then that is it. So, and then we had this interview with Bisola, the demonic quarter inside TB Joshua's synagogue exposed. This was in December 2018. So you can see it has been a long way for me. A long way for me. Somebody's asking, Brother Raphael, do you know Do you know the journalist Olakole or something? No, I don't know. I suspect that maybe Bisola may have lost connection because of electricity. Because, you know, Bisola is in the zoo and they have electricity problem. They may have seized the light, or her electricity may have gone out, because she told me before we started that the light that she has cannot take her more than 45 minutes. And we were already above 45 minutes before her light went out. Yeah. The Lord say, if you want to be a criminal, worship, become a Christian, especially in the zoo. Especially in the zoo. Especially in the zoo. Yeah. OJ said I need part 2 with Bisola. Very, very important. If Bisola will be available, we can have a part 2 with her, because I wanted Bisola to answer questions. Some people will call in and ask her questions, and then she will answer. You understand? Yeah. My brother Ayotu said, we are not Christians or Muslim, we are Biafrans, and Biafra is our religion. Now, why will somebody not appreciate you and me as a Biafran? Because as a Biafran, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, having had an encounter with TB Joshua, he saw that TB Joshua had no truth in him, had no light in him, and he was preaching gospel, talking about Christianity, but he was not even representing the Christianity he was talking about. The Mazin Nnamdi Kanu blasted and said, God will expose TB Joshua. It did not take time. It did not take time before all the walls start cracking and start falling. It didn't take time. It didn't take time. So Ayochukwu, you are 100% correct. 100% correct. That's it. Before the fireworks and the crackers began to, take off. And then the exposition began. And you know why, a lot of evil continue to take place in that zoo. A lot of evil continue to take place in that zoo. Is because when this exposition comes out about TB Joshua, a lot of people will still be supporting it. And they'll be saying, don't talk about him, leave it. And then they will even come and tell you that these people were gathered, they framed up. They gathered and they arranged it. They arrange this interview. When you see Koro, people are victims. Someone like Bisola was a victim. Now listen to her story. Listen to Bisola's story. For 14 years, she was trapped there. For 14 years. Look at that. Listen to this. And how can you say that for over these years, our sister has been on this point consistently speaking? And then somebody say she was bought. It was a planned war. I will link it up with the...
Said I was also sexually molested by TB Joshua. Okay. I was trapped in the synagogue for 14 years of my life. I spent my youth in the synagogue until God set me free. If not for God, I would not be here today. And I've documented it in a book form. Not the time to dress up. This is the time to address. Yes. And I'm also talking on behalf of other young girls that are still in captivity of TB Joshua. 8 years old, 14 years old, 11 years old. Yes, I'm saying it. 11 years old are still there because they have money, because they have fame, because they have connection. They can put people down.
Because they have fame, they have connection, they can put people down. You see that? So what is going on in the zoo today is connection. You saw that when the incident that took place, that the building collapsed, you see that it was even from the presidency that cover came for TB Joshua. From presidency. From Goodluck Jonathan. They covered up. They covered up for TB Joshua. And the investigation over the massacre that took place there was closed. It was covered. And today you will still see some of them that call themselves men of God. They are coming out to defend TB Joshua with all the evidence you saw, with all the people that came, including TB Joshua's own daughter. TB Joshua's daughter was a victim of what TB Joshua did, and she came out to testify. His own daughter, TB Joshua's own daughter. You know, TB Joshua dealt with his own daughter, treated her like a slave. His own daughter. And then this thing is exposed. Some people are talking, stop it, don't talk about that. Let us face one thing. If people are not delivered from religion, even when we get this freedom for Biafra, for Duduwa, for the Middle Belt, for every indigenous people, you will still be a captive. You will still be a captive because the deliverance has to come from within. You must be delivered first from within before you'll be able to enjoy the total package of freedom that is handed to you. You understand me? Somebody wrote here, yeah, I'll be coming to a close now. Mazaraf, I wanted to work as a member of CPM. CPM is Christian Pentecostal Mission. In my church, they refuse because my parents are not worthy or known as a big name in the church. Imagine. Can you imagine that? Imagine that. They have class. They have people that they give, preference. They respect more. They have people that they give preference to. So those are the things that we want to dismantle. Bisola Johnson was vindicated as long time ago. More witnesses are only icing on the cake. Some of us believed her since day one. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, Dolofos have requested to come in. Beautiful. Okay. It's good. Dolofos, Aya, let's hear your voice today. Aya, Dolofos, please take the microphone. Dolofos, are you there?
Hello, yes,
Dolofos,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes, I'm here.
You are causing a lot of rumbling in the comment section. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
No, you
have the microphone now.
I've tried. Yes, hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand why I made that statement. If you have not been a victim of the Christianity criminals, of the crime of Christianity, you have no right to validate your stupidity as a Christian. I was born and brought up in the church. And I stand here to tell you that the church raped me.
Jesus.
My sister was raped by a reverend father.
Hey.
So what is someone telling me about church that I don't know? What? It was by the grace of God, by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, that I was not pregnant. Twice this thing happened. Twice. And whenever I try to speak up, I'm being tagged a witch.
Because you need to speak up to save so many people. That is what saved. You know how many people Bisola have saved? Do you know how they sexually molested Bisola in synagogue?
That is why anywhere I go, and I have the misfortune of meeting a pastor on the street, I give him 7 more demons to go home with because he deserves it. Because the demon that pastor has is 1. I invite 7 more to accompany him because that is what his Bible said.
Yes.
I keep telling people, the Bible is the highest crime ever committed to Africa.
Chai.
The Bible is the highest. That Bible is a serious control tool. If you read the Bible, if you are not careful, you become a slave to the Bible. I said it got to a point that in my father's house, we were made to be, as a matter of fact, if you cannot quote a Bible verse, you are being punished. That's the level of pain we went through for the sake of this Christianity.
But
when I broke out of Christianity,
can I come in a little bit? Now, is it the thing is, the problem is that people misconstrue the Bible, misuse the Bible, and then they misapply the Bible. That's just what I want to believe. You have your opinion anyway. I don't want to fight you on your opinion, because I actually have come to the stage whereby when people come up with their opinion, I have to respect their opinion. You understand? That is why in our culture it is ewe belo ugo belo. In case ni be amambe unkwakwaya. You understand me? So if people, the Bible did not tell your parents to beat you or flog you if you cannot recite it. There's nowhere it is in the Bible. And all these things that these prophets and pastors are doing, I want to bet you somebody is insistently calling me. I don't know whether it is because of this program or it is because the person just wants to distract me. I don't know why Mazi and Neoma have been calling you since yesterday.
At a point,
I cannot see your call. I am in a program now. Please, I'll talk to you later. Yeah. So the problem is that most of these pastors, 98% of them, let me give 2% benefit of doubt. 98% of these pastors have misconstrued the Bible completely. Now, we have the Torah, and we have
the funnest of all. The funnest of all.
Go ahead.
This thing that happened, it didn't just happen in a church that is not known.
Okay.
We were born Adventist. We moved from Adventist to CAC.
Okay.
Then my parents left CAC and moved back to Catholic.
All these are very religious sects. Very, very religious sects.
Every time we moved house, we felt as if, there was something. Then the last straw that broke the camel's back was Mountain of Fire. That was where I said I have had enough.
Now, hold it there.
I have had enough. And that was where I was raped. That is why when I told my partner, yes.
That's where you were raped. Okay, now, do you know? I don't know if you want to tell. You want to tell a little bit of that story
by two different pastors.
Two different pastors. Jesus.
By two different pastors in Mountain of Fire, Abuja. It's not any other place. Abuja there.
Two pastors from Mountain of Fire.
Yes.
Do you know if I tell you what the general overseer of Mountain of Fire, the crime he commits inside his office?
That demon.
Listen now. If I tell you the crime, DK Olukoya, the general overseer of Mountain of Fire, if I tell you the crime he commits in his office, nobody will go to Mountain of Fire again. Nobody. That man is worse than TB Joshua. DK Olukoya is a living demon. Is a demon walking on the streets. But people call him Papa. That man, all these things that BBC documented about TB Joshua, if a documentary is made about Olukoya, none of you will go to church called Mountain of Fire again. So now, my sister, I want you to understand something.
Church Abasa, Alan. Church Abasa.
Mountain of fire. DK Olukoya, his office is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Olukoya, that man is evil. Very evil man. I'm telling you the truth.
And,
very evil man.
That is where they tell you you can go for deliverance and fire. You know, at a point, I sat down.
Your network.
Down one day and I said, this fire that I am sending, here is my ancestors I'm sending this fire to. Become an ancestor. Can you hear me?
I'll come again. You said,
can you hear me now?
Sat down one day. I can hear you now. Repeat yourself.
I said, when every time we go there, the only thing I keep hearing is fire, fire, fire. When this thing started, and I kept complaining to my parents, and they kept saying, oh, because I am a witch. They have already told him in the church that one of his children belongs to a coven.
Child.
Belongs to a coven. And then I was like, if I am a witch, shouldn't you be the first person that
you will kill?
I should deal with?
Yes.
So all the witchcraft I enter. So who then am I going to kill? Who am I supposed to kill if it's not you? So for peace to reign, because I am a peacemaker.
Hey.
I like Rumudo.
Wow.
My star does not like Nsobu. Manonye biakwi lesikwam Nsobu. Whoever that comes to sell to me, I buy it whole sale. With all open mind. You understand me? With all open mind. And because at that time I was in a difficult moment as a young girl. So I went for it. That was where, instead of them to be doing prayers, the pastor is telling me I should come aside. He wants to do special deliverance prayers for me. This is 2 a.m. in daily middle of the night. Middle of the night. I followed this man obediently, because that is what they said. Your pastor can never mislead you. He's your spiritual father. That is what they said. Now, I followed him. He said, where we are going to is special. He called a cab. I told my sister, I said, I don't know where this pastor wants us to go. I'm scared. Let's go together. My sister, that one is another spirit of her own. She just told me, go. Whatever that happens there, learn to defend yourself. I'm like, defend myself. Because then I always had this fear for men of God. Because of how we were brought up to see them as God, as, oh my God, whatever they say goes. Whatever they say is all. They are right. They can never lie. They can never. And I've been having this insistent feeling about that man.
Hey.
So on there, we joined the cab. All of a sudden, I found myself in front of Hilton. Hilton Noga. Hey, Hilton Hotel.
In Abuja?
Yes. And he said, we are here for prayers. I am the one who needs prayers according to my parents. So how am I now escorting you to go and do prayers for somebody in a hotel? And he said, he's a VIP. He doesn't want to be known. And he said, I must bring someone that is not known. So that way his identity can be, he just, wrapped up things.
Is this man still pastoring today? Is he still a pastor today?
Yes. As a matter of fact, what I know now is that he is now in charge of a church.
Can't we expose can't we expose this man and get him out of that business?
You will need more than, because I spoke to their regional when I brought this thing up. My uncle, who was a lawyer, came in and told my father. My father said it's a lie. He followed me, brought police. We went there. We got him arrested. My own father went and bailed the pastor.
Hey, Okwagun.
My own father bailed the pastor, turned around and put me on moto straight to Kanu.
Hey,
put me in moto straight to Kanu to his uncle. To my uncle, who is another pastor. Finish. We went into that hotel. Him and another man was there. Then they said they want let us have a drink. I remember drinking something. When I woke up, I was on the bed with no clothes on.
Chineke.
Till today, nobody has paid or accounted for what happened that day. All of a sudden, there is no CCTV. So how did I get myself in a hotel room if I wasn't brought there? I was a minor, so I cannot book a hotel.
How
I was
old were
only
you?
16. 16. I cannot book a hotel room. It doesn't work like that. In Hilton, they have rules. That's what I know. Now, at my age, I know that Hilton has rules and it applies to all their groups. As a minor, you cannot book a hotel. You need an adult to do that. So, my dear, that is why when I speak, I don't want people to open their mouth and say, oh, because you have not given. I said, what Christ? Was your ancestors there when that Christ was being talked about? Was your ancestors there? I tell people, I say, if you want to enslave a whole race, carry the Bible and give to them. That is all you need. And they will kill themselves to honor that Bible. They will kill themselves.
Let me tell you, all these things you have said now, do you know that if these people are not evil, the same Bible have condemned them for making you to pass through any of these things? For example.
Yes. Now, and that same Bible, hold on, that same Bible also tells you to forgive who has offended you.
That is why, for me, personally, I have chosen not to follow anything that the New Testament have recommended for me. I have chosen to follow eye for eye, tooth for tat, do me, I do you, blow me, I blow you, you know, and it's in the Bible. I have chosen that.
That
so
is
anybody
why
that came to change that one, that is the original. Me, I don't want to subscribe to the changing. You understand? So because that is the change that have given them the edge that they do these things and they get away with
to commit crime.
Yes.
Because the pastor then that was in charge of them had the audacity to ask me, what did you go to a hotel to do? Why did you go to the hotel with him? And I'm like, is that what you're going to ask me? A child kept in the care of an adult. Is that what you're supposed to tell me? Why did I go there? Okay, so if I didn't go with him.
Yes, thank you. No, don't worry.
If I didn't go with him, I would have been labeled. I would have been labeled a demon, because that is already what, you know what? After that incident, they subjected me to fasting and praying. Another 7 days on top of the previous 7 days. Brother, if you see me, I looked like someone who was sick.
So now
when I collapsed at home, I was rushed to the hospital and they told them I had low blood count. I had to have blood transfusion.
Chai.
I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Chai.
It was God that saved me. My uncle had to step in as a lawyer and told my father, if you send this girl to that church again, I will have you arrested.
Chai.
That was how my father decided to send me to Kanu. I reached Kanu. That one is a story for another day.
Chai.
That one is a story for another day.
Another church experience.
Hey, this one, Cane. They use cane to design my body for me.
Jesus.
They use cane to design my body for me. If I try to talk, I'm one Miri. They want to do exercise for me. And my uncle stood there. That was happening in a church.
That same uncle that said he will arrest your father if he take you to that church again.
This one is a different uncle. Because of that incident that happened, and that my uncle, who was a lawyer, that was making hell for them, my father bundled me like this and sent me to Kanu and told my uncle that I'm an evil child that has come to destroy him. That is why now that I have kids, I told my daughter, I said, any day I see your leg in any church, I will kill you. I will kill you. Because I already know that they can destroy
you are now behaving like your parents to your daughter.
No.
Let me tell you. Wait, let me tell you.
She cannot. She knows already. I already told her, I said, anybody that comes and
all you need to do is educate,
because
all you need to do,
that person will kill you.
All you need to do
and tell you to forgive him.
Delphos, all you need to do is to educate your daughter about what you encountered, the things you went through. That is why, a lot of people are in the evil going on and they are under that evil cloud because they have no history of what that contraption is all about. People are in total ignorance of what has happened or is happening in these churches. That is why we have all these platforms. Now, your story now is an eye-opener.
And some people witness it. Some people witness other people's destruction. And then they keep quiet. Turn around. And now on the victim to the oppressor, and the oppressor to the victim. Me, a 16-year-old girl. If you see me then, when if you see me tie scarf, you will believe that I am an angel. I said, so how did I seduce this man when my shirt is buttoned to my neck, my skirt is to the floor? How did I seduce him? And you know the funniest of all, this pastor comes to our house. I'll be forced to cook for him. I'll be forced to do chores. This bastard will bring his clothes and come and give me his daughter in the Lord to wash for him. So when I tell you people that, you see the church, there is nobody that is in the church that is a saint to me. Nobody. And there's nothing anybody can tell me otherwise. Because what I have seen, what I have been through, nobody can tell me otherwise. My sister, my younger sister, while I was in Kanu, she went to Enugu to visit my uncle, my mom's home. And then she started doing what do they call those? Legion of Mary. Legion of Mary. Now it's a church. Now it's a note, yeah. Hello, Vam, are you hearing me?
Dolofos, please, I want you to go on. We are hearing you. I was on the phone.
Yeah?
We are hearing you.
I wasn't hearing you.
No, I know. I was on the phone. I was on the phone with somebody while you were talking. Let's go ahead.
All right then. Okay. So my own matter is that I don't even want to. You see that church one? It's like all the pastors, all their evangelicals that do their business on the street. When they see me, they avoid me. Because if you stop me, hey, oh God, when I start, I don't used to hear stop. So they don't even, the last pastor that made the unfortunate mistake to stop me, when I was finished with him, he walked and joined the bus and went home.
You mean
I have
even in the UK, you confront them like this?
UK, I go out of my way to look for them on the street. Yes, my mission is to stop that business in Biafra land. And I told, I made it clear on a space when I went one day. I told them and I said, any day I enter Biafra land, my mission is to destroy all the churches. For they are evil. That is an evil altar that must be destroyed. Anybody that wants to do Christianity, do it in your parlor. It is you and God. You and God. Anywhere I see church, I will bulldozer it down. Sue me to any court you want to sue me to. I will come there with my legal team. For that person that is doing that church is a representative of Lucifer on earth. If you want to do Christianity, go to England. They are the ones that need your repentance. We don't need to repent because we have not sinned. There is no sin in Biafra land except the one we commit by ourselves by killing our own neighbor. There is no sin. I was not born with any sin. Let nobody come and tell me I was born with sin. Were you there when the sin was committed? And what sin did I come with? Come and tell me to repent. Repent of what? Go and tell that to the Hindu worshiper, to the Hindu people. Go and tell that to the Buddhist. You can't turn around and import a foreign god into Biafran land. And you want us to create space for you to continue your demonic manifestation. I tell people, I say there is nothing like heaven and there's nothing like hell. Human is heaven and hell combined together. A combined force.
Now, can you allow me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Allow me to talk for like 5 minutes. Then you will continue. Just allow me to talk for like 5 minutes. Then you continue. I'm enjoying this particular encounter because it is an experience that is eye-opening. Now, listen to me, everyone. This is a sister that wholeheartedly was following his parents to church, that it is supposed to be a place of God, a place of solace, a place of protection, a place of cover. And she was taken advantage of, she was used, and she was exploited. So when she's talking like this, don't think she's going astray. She's talking out of her experience. Her life was in the center of it. You did not encounter it. Somebody said it does not matter. I wish it happens to you. Somebody said it doesn't matter. May it happen to you. So that you know
it shall happen to his family. Because
you understand?
This person may be a man.
No,
if he has a daughter, I wish that person.
Let me address it. Let me address it. No, may it happen to you so that you will understand. You know, somebody can be coming today and say that whatever happened to Bisola does not matter. It's not a guarantee or opportunity for her to talk about pastors. You may say it because it has not happened to you. Somebody who is kidnapped by a pastor, because this our sister was kidnapped to a hotel. The pastor took advantage of her, raped her after they have given her drug. And at the end of the day, you are saying it does not matter. That is why you will now tell her that she should be a Christian, because this person that is saying that it does not matter, if I ask you now, you will say you are a Christian, and you are telling somebody who is a victim of Christianity, so-called, because as far as I'm concerned, what happened to her was not Christianity. The thing that happened to her was devilish, because as far as I believe, Christianity is not supposed to be devilish. You understand? But none of us can say anything to me now. I will not fight her. If I support Christianity, she can bash me. I will not fight her because she's speaking out of experience. Had the pastor represented Christ, she will not be sounding the way she's sounding today. Someone say, read your Bible. My friend, get out. I will block you. It's unfortunate that you are not on my platform. If not, I would have blocked you. This sister read her Bible. She was reading her Bible. The people that were reading Bible to her took advantage of her, and you are telling her to read Bible. You are sick in your head. Come and get out of this place.
Which of the Bible? Is it the one that was
reading Bible to her? The person that was reading Bible to her took advantage of her. You understand? Yeah, you can't be in my platform. You are in another platform. And maybe you are a member of TB Joshua Church. That's why you are saying read your Bible.
Yes.
TB Joshua was reading Bible for you. And he took advantage of you. And he will use the name of Jesus. And he will be raping women. He will be using the name of Jesus. Somebody will be sucking his bola. His bola. After they finish sucking his bola, he will come and shout Jesus to you. And then he will say he's doing miracle. My friend, go and sit down.
Hey! You see, when I had all these experiences, all I kept praying is to have visa. I had visa to America. I had visa to London. I rejected American visa because of their gun culture.
Okay.
You see now, my brain is touching. Going to a place where I can have easy access, because I call it easy access to my own destruction.
There's one thing I want to. Don't forget your line of thought. There's one point I want to make you understand the truth. If genuine people that actually read Bible and follow what the Bible teaches them, behave, you are not going to call them bad people. I'm telling you the truth. Because actually, the Bible is supposed to make people live a better life. Live a life whereby you value others even more than you. But you can see that these people, these pastors that have taken advantage of you, people like Olukoya, people like TB Joshua, late TB Joshua, people like Oyakilome, people like Adeboye, they do not value other people more than themselves. Do you understand? That is what you must understand. I know it might be difficult for you because you have lived through this abuse in Christianity, so-called Christianity. But I want to tell you that I am not here to represent Christianity, because I know that even if I do represent it, there are many people that will misrepresent it and make me look like a fool. That's why I will never come and defend Christianity. That's the last thing I want to do. In fact, I don't want to be seen defending it. I want to be seen defending the truth of even my own culture that have been before Christianity. If my culture, you understand, that have been before Christianity is better than Christianity, my brother, my sister, I rather stick with my culture than to allow people that carry the same England
that is why
that carry Christianity to Africa. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they did. Look at what they are doing.
They have rejected the Christianity.
Of course, yes, they have rejected it.
They have rejected it. The only people, if you go to church now, except for the business centers, the African business centers they have opened that they call Christian, their Christian centers. If you go to Catholic church, predominantly people you will see there are people with children between the ages of 2 to 10 or 0 to 10, and then their nuns their grandparents. This thing you will see there. So it goes down to tell you that they have abandoned that. They only remember anything during the Christmas time, Easter, Mother's Day, what do you call it again? When they have all this Remembrance Day, Ogo. That is when you will see the church will pack full. Apart from those days, when you come here, you can head count. And then the people you will not see in those Anglican churches are the Black, are the African families, the Asian families. You will see the church. When you look at it, you will see the race demography has changed in the church. That even now, they are now beginning to inculcate Pentecostal songs in the church, in the Anglican and the Indotia, because the people coming there are from that kind of background. I tell people that wish to listen, if you want to see a big fool, look for a Christian, and you have seen the biggest fool on earth. If you want to see the biggest criminal, go to the church. They are there. As a matter of fact, if you're not a criminal, your pastor does not know you. You must be a criminal for your pastor to know you, love you, and like you. If you are not a criminal, your pastor does not know you, because it is only a criminal that likes his fellow criminal, because they are brother and sister in crime. I tell people, I said, the worst mistake that ever happened to a black race is the Bible. Nobody can tell me otherwise. If you want to cage somebody, give the person Bible. Give the person Bible. If you want to cage that person now, Bible.
Thank you, Dolo. Thank you, Dolofos. Can you hear me, Dolofos? 1 minute.
Yes,
we are going to allow Ifeanyi to talk, but it hurts me a little bit that I believe that if we imbibe the system of the Bible, things would have been different for a lot of people. No, truth, honestly, like Israel. Wait 1 minute now.
Pastor you will have zombies.
Wait now.
Remote control Bible happy.
Somebody's in love with you here. I think Ayochukwu is giving you, he's popping champagne for you. Now, if the Bible culture, I mean Torah. Me, I believe in Torah. I practice Torah. Now. I no longer practice New Testament. Me, I no longer believe it, but I believe that.
According to the Christians. Verse 1, according to the Christians, heaven is rejoicing for your soul that has just been converted. Heaven is rejoicing.
I believe even Mazin Namdekano, my leader, believe solely in Torah, but it doesn't change the fact that I believe in Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ believed in Torah. Jesus Christ practiced Torah. Do you understand? And then the mistake and the deception we have had is that they have made us to believe that Jesus Christ is God, whereas Jesus Christ is not God. Jesus Christ is supposed to be my brother. Now, Jesus Christ said he is my brother. So the problem we are having is that, and the problem that some of the Christians are having, is that they have made Jesus Christ God, who is supposed to be a brother to them, a fellow laborer, that our senior brother that went ahead of us. That's why Mazin Namdekanu would always pray. He pray, our Father who art in heaven, the prayer that Christ prayed. You understand? But Christians do not practice it the way Christ practiced it. That is why you are having problem with Christians. If Christians were like Christ, our brother, you will not have problem with them. That man that took advantage of you, he is not a Christian. He's a devil. People like Olukoya, they are not Christians. They are devils. People like TB Joshua. TB Joshua is not a Christian. He's demonic, devil. If there is any place like hell, that's where he's roasting now. You understand? Please let us give Ifeanyi a chance to talk so that he might come up with a different perspective. Ifeanyi, please take the microphone. Jesus loves us. Your internet is bad. I bring you up and it's making noise. That's why I took you at the background. Ifeanyi, take the microphone, please.
Yeah, Pastor Vava, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Ifeanyi.
I greet you, my brother. You know, when you announced about this program, I said that definitely that I'm going to contribute because I'm into the system, and these people have dealt with me also, but that doesn't stop my faith from believing in God. I believe in God Almighty. I believe in Chukwu Kabiama, and I believe in the coming of Son of Man. Understand?
I'm going to do something now. Let me do something. So many people are watching. So people are watching from our sisters platform, Bisola, and they are not the gospel we are preaching is completely alien from the angle Bisola comes from. This is now what brought me and Bisola together on this platform is to expose TB Joshua. My belief system is not the same with Bisola's belief system. So please don't condemn her because of what you are hearing from me. If you are watching from her platform, please, her belief system is completely different from my belief system. But she's my friend because she loves truth. The truth that she loves, that I also love, is that these pastors are evil and they do not represent Christ. That some of you believe, and you believe Christ is God, but I don't believe that Christ is God. Bisola may also believe that Christ is God. That's why my belief system is different from her own belief system. So don't condemn her because you are hearing my voice. So the only thing I'm going to do now is I am going to remove Bisola's channel so that those that will be listening to me now, if you want to listen to this program, you want to continue, maybe you are watching from Bisola's platform and you want to continue enjoying what we are saying and you love it, and maybe my belief system is the same with your belief system, come to Raf Chamaka TV or Ajere Global Media on YouTube and continue. So I will remove this other platform so that you will not be offended, because I know that a lot of you are being offended because like right now as we are watching, let me tell you, we have 132 of you watching from Bisola's YouTube channel, and we have one of you watching from her Facebook. But on my own Raf Chamaka TV, we have 192. We were over 200 before. I have 192 watching from Raf Chamaka TV, and then I have 40 watching from Ajere Global Media, and I have 10 watching from my own Facebook. So I'm going to remove these other two channels. Maybe next Sunday, if I have Bisola again, you might enjoy it because I will now respect her own opinion by having her interview based on TB Joshua. You understand? But my belief system is my belief system. I am a Biafran, and I no longer believe in your own type of belief system. I don't believe in your churches. I don't believe in your pastors. I don't believe in your Nigeria. I believe in Biafra. And so that is why I am going to remove these two channels. Next time when I have Bisola, maybe you might be more respected so that you don't feel offended. That's what this word is all about. Biri kam biri. You understand? So I'm taking out the Facebook. Yeah. And then I'm going to also take out the YouTube. I'm going to also take out the YouTube. Okay. Now we are left on our own. We are now in our own channel. You understand? So that's why sometimes you have to respect people's opinion so that it doesn't look like you are shoving your truth in their throats. You understand what I mean? And so we have almost 150 people watching from there. So now if they want to hear our gospel, Biafra gospel, the truth of the matter, the truth that none of us is saying, her own truth that she's saying, which I have no challenge with that because of what she has been through. So she has the right to bring her own truth the way she's bringing it to Christianity and to wherever because of what she has been through in the name of Christianity. So if she tell you that Christianity is not what she believes, don't condemn her. Listen to her story. Then I understand. And if you say that she should keep quiet, I pray that what happened to her will happen to you, so that let us see how you will be able to address it. If I am sorry for taking your time, I want you to take your turn now, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Bam, thank you. You know, the question people should ask themselves is this: do we have Christianity in Nigeria? Or do we have people that worship Mammon? So that's the question. Because all these men that you look at, people are looking up to, all of them are worshiping Mammon, which is God of money.
Exactly.
Do you understand? I was watching one of the, although he's on Twitter, Oyedepo was brainwashing his followers, was giving a testimony. I was saying, is this people, and the congregation are there clapping, people are jumping up and down. This man opened up his mouth to say that one of his church member, which is one of our daughter, was traveling to Port Harcourt, and armed robber caught her, and that daughter was having a baby. So when they caught her, and there were many, so the armed robber asked her to throw her bag. Immediately the lady threw her bag. Oyedepo flyer that the girl was carrying on her bag fell out from that girl bag, and Oyedepo flyer began to speak in tongues, and all the armed robber fell on the floor and were sleeping, and the girl lose herself.
That is the joke about Christianity that we are exposing, my brother.
Understand? I said, is these people all right? And the people that call themselves intellectual, professor, were there looking like moron. I say, is these people all right? How can a man stand on where they call the author of God and lie, and people believe on him, and people were clapping, and people were jumping, saying glory to God? And these people, they now turn this Christianity as if like what Fela sing on his song, "Zombie no go, unless you tell them to go." Because some people now, they don't do anything except their papa. Their papa asked them to do it. My papa have not approved it. My papa did not do this one. In fact, the people are worshiping these people as God, which is not supposed to be so. So Oyedepo, your flyer can speak in tongues, but men which are carrying AK-47 are the one protecting you, and you are inside bulletproof car. But your flyer can speak in tongues, and the flyer can make all armed robbers to sleep. See, we still have a long way to go. And these people now turn Christianity as if God is not a miracle working God anymore, that God does not exist. Me particularly, I have encountered God. God answers prayer. God does miracle. Miracle do exist. But they have turned the brain of our people into something else.
But do you know that our sister here, our sister Dolofos, also encountered God, and she believes in God. She has been saying God to Biama.
Yes.
That is what connects me and her, and it is too pure, over pure.
Yes.
1 million Christians, I will reject 1 million Christians and embrace my sister Dolofos, because she knows my God and I know her God. We are serving the same God.
Yes.
God.
Yes, Pastor Vam. And people were talking about TB. Do you know that Mazenam can lay curse on him? That yes. God is going to disgrace him. And after Mazenam can lay curse on him, it didn't reach up to 1 year. He died. Do you know that? Yes. Even the one that said that he suspended weather. Yeah. So you have the power to suspend the weather, but you don't have the power to stop the Fulani S-men that are terrorizing people, killing people here and there, massacring people every day. Do you know why I say that these people is only God Almighty that know what is going to deal with them? Because I know definitely this rubbish will not continue in Biafra land when our nation is being restored fully. Because this kind of rubbish will not happen. Because why all this is happening in Nigeria? Because there is no job. The main people that are causing mayhem in Nigeria are these people called men of God. Without them, revolution would have taken place in Nigeria.
Yes, yes.
You see, without these people, revolution would have taken place. They are the people holding people bondage with this the same word of God. I'm telling you nothing but the truth. They are the people holding people down.
100%.
They are the people holding people down. Without it, the masses would have rise up to deal with these criminals who call themselves politicians. But I believe that our government is going to do something on it, because if the government have provided a job for them, nobody will go to church. When you have something to do, when you are working, you have a pay job that is paying you. My brother, all this in that, you see, somebody will fix dry fasting for 1 month. People will be going to church from Monday to Saturday, from Monday to Sunday for complete 1 month and be giving them money.
You want to tell me that we are in Biafra and the government is functioning, and then this exposition about TB Joshua comes out in Biafra, and that church is in Biafra? Do you want them that our government will allow that church to be still running as if
No. Is it because of TB Joshua?
Everybody there will be chased out. That place will become a government property automatically, because it is a crime scene.
Yes.
It will be cordoned off as a crime scene. Wait 1 minute. Instead of doing that, the business center is still going on. TB Joshua's wife took over, and this exposition came, and then some of the workers there came out and even denied. They said they don't know these people. And you know, the first time, the one that will even shock you is that when that place should have even been shut down, the presidency of Goodluck Jonathan were the ones that stopped the investigation. Nigeria is a crime scene.
My brother. Do you know the reason why I say that Nigeria is a crime scene? Do you know why I am against all this useless? Because I call them useless. All of them, they are useless.
Yes.
That last 3 weeks ago, the massacre that the Fulani S-men massacred, they massacred a redeemed pastor with his family and a newborn baby, a 6-month-old baby. But all hell was not break loose. Adeboye have not said anything concerning his pastor, his own pastor, the man that generates money for him. Apart from the way I'm saying it now, he has not said anything concerning it. They killed the man, they murdered the wife, they murdered the newborn baby. And then nobody talks. Tomorrow they will say God of Adeboye. I pity them. Like I said, the only thing that will save anybody in this life is Biafra. Because it's only when Biafra comes that eyes of people will open. You see all these business centers that open, their calling churches, it will close. Look at the man that wrote King James. King James is the king in England, but he's a homosexual. See, look at a homosexual is written Bible for me. The people who give us the Bible are rejecting the Bible today. The people, the word of God that you and I know, it is men of God that who confront those people in political position. Is it not Samuel who confronted David? Said, you did your own in secret place, but God is going to expose you in the open place. They are there calling themselves prophet and useless prophet and prophetess, and the crime is going on every day. And every day they are praying for Nigeria, and Nigeria is getting more worse. In fact, if prayer, if all these prophets they are giving and all this thing they are doing will save Nigeria, Nigeria would have been saved. Do you understand? Nigeria would have been saved. But for you to know that all of them, they are fake. They keep on giving prophecy. The country is getting worse every day. My brother, the only prophet that I know that exists in my lifetime is in DSS dungeon. And that is Mazen Namdekan. Everything he said has already come to pass.
He's the only one that prophesied and said TB Joshua will be disgraced.
Yes.
He's the only one that prophesied and said Nigeria will come to an end. And Somalia will be better off. And everything is going on. He's the only one that told them that your PVC cannot give you anybody that INEC. It's happening.
Yes.
He's the only one that told them that Tinubu is the one that are preparing for you. And it happened. He's the only one that told you that Fulani are coming to Islamize you. They are coming. And it is happening. Everything he said happened. And somebody asked me a question here. He said, is Biafra independent from Nigeria? The answer to you is yes. We have a government now. Our government is Biafra Republic government. Even though we're operating from exile, but we are the one in charge. How do I know that we're the one in charge? Listen to me, my sister, live seasoned. Let me play a very quick video for you. And you know the person in this video, and you cannot deny it. Now listen.
The governor of the state himself obeys the sit at home.
1 minute, I need to refresh. I don't know why this thing is not playing very well. So that this our sister will appreciate this video and play. Okay, sister live seasoned. Yeah, I need you to appreciate this video very well so that you understand that we are in charge of Biafra land. But by October, November, we're going to declare officially Biafra and we will defend.
The governor of the state himself obeys the sit at home on Monday. And then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home. And government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland. The governor of the state himself obeys the sit at home on Monday. And then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home. And government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
Did you see that? And now, proud before Mazi Simon Ekpa was, in charge, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did these two videos.
You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed.
You see it? Okay, thank you, my beloved sister. Now you see it, even from this is the third person in the government of Nigeria, my sister seasoned. This is the third person. As he said that, he said Simon Ekpa is the real governor of the Southeast. The place they call Southeast is Biafra land. So Biafra has no dealings with Nigeria anymore. We have severed our ties with Nigeria. Officially, you will see it. By the time you see it, our flags everywhere, the whole nations of the earth will acknowledge Biafra. It is going to happen in October and November. Biafra will be officially declared, and then we will continue from there. You know why? When Biafra is completely declared and we want to continue from there, it means that we're not going to have the likes of TB Joshua's or people like Jeremiah or Moto Fufuyi coming to defend a criminal. When a criminal is caught, he will be judged. If you are running a church system that is exploiting the people of the land, you will either go to jail and then your business center will be shut down. It will not be like Nigeria, whereby a building was built with low materials, rough materials, with intention of sacrificing lives. And the building went down. Hundreds of people from all over the world were buried as a ritual. And then a country covered it. Presidency covered it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu discovered that. And he said that God is going to disgrace that man. And the disgrace is going on now. And people are shouting and they are calling for the head of those that are exposing it. You understand me? So, Mazi, fine. Thank you. Can we just give the microphone quickly to our sister, Mary Tekamp? Don't of us, please don't go anywhere because we are still going to hear a lot from you. Please don't go anywhere. Mary, please take the microphone.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, Mary, hold on 1 minute. If I...
He's already late, yeah.
Yeah, he's already late here. He's already late here.
Okay, want to give your closing remark? Okay, I'll quickly do that.
Yeah, I want to give my closing remarks. He's already late here. It's 1 a.m. middle of the night. Yeah. So I just want to thank everyone, but I want people to know one thing: that our religion is Biafra. Our religion is Biafra, and there's nothing any man can do about it. All you have to do is to support our government. That's your little token. Freedom is not being given. Freedom is being taken. Even the word of God said it. He said that since the day of John the Baptist, that the kingdom of God suffered violence, and it's only the violent people that take it by force. Now we have chosen the path, our own path, because our leader said that British have given us a devil's alternative. Either we serve the finalists, the Janjaweed forever, or we all perish. We have chosen our own path. We are not going to perish, but you have chosen to live. And that live, for you to live, you have to pay a price for it. And that price you are going to pay is for you to go to that website and contribute your token for the men on the ground to do the needful. May God bless all of you. Pastor Van Van, I salute you. May God bless our leader. May God bless our Prime Minister. I salute all the people in the studio and the people watching. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ifeanyi. Have a wonderful night. Regards to your family. Thank you. All right, Mary Tekan, please take the microphone. 5 minutes so that we'll be able to give, because our sister have a story, a lot of things to say that Biafrans need to hear more.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, brother Fam. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. And good evening, our leader, Okukalo. Good evening, the dragon. God love you and we love you more too. So my people, I'm so happy that our sister, who talked to us. May God really bless you, my sister. These people, they are worse than demon. These people, they are worse than demon. May God bless you so that He will open the rest people eye. The people who cover them. You see demon, you see Satan in your own face, staring at you. And you refuse to say, no, this cannot happen. I always said it, Biafrans. My people, listen very, very good. There is no churches. There is, even though they are, why are they not saying the truth? That is the problem. Why are they not saying the truth? You will see a pastor standing in the pulpit and collecting. That is the worst thing you can never see for this world, to collect the most poor people. Where the government sue government Nigeria, keeping these people in so desperate. They don't even know what to do. They don't even know the reason. They don't even know what they are doing. Going to believe your fellow woman being a killer in that matter, a fraudster. That is what pastor is. They don't mean good for you. They are only after your money. All the pastor in Sioux government, they are after your money. They are not after your life. They are very, very dangerous. They are very, very dangerous. They are demon. They are sucking blood. Which pastor will not see what is happening in Nigeria, in Sioux government? They will not say a word. They will not even say, oh, this thing is happening in this world. This cannot be. It cannot be. A pastor will close mouth. He will see a children, far away people from nowhere, coming to your own land and destroy your land. A pastor is supposed to say a word of wisdom, who's supposed to protect the people coming to the house of church. No, what they are after money. They are ready to sell your life, sell your house, even carry all your property, go give these beggars, because I saw them as a beggars. Pastors, they are all beggars, they are all demons. They don't work with their right senses. They work with different confusion, new model slave. If you not wake up, pastor will not leave you one leg. They are ready to milk you. They was passed through government Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. So I'm not causing anybody. I'm talking about the false prophet, the false pastors. Them. You see what they did to this our lady, this our lovely sisters, and you will expect that kind of woman to stand, say they talk a goodness of God, and he knows what is God. She herself said, if you want to pray, stay inside your house and pray. That is what that holy woman said. And that is the best thing for you in your life, to save your life, not to carry your life and go and give confusion people, demonic people. They will float demon into you to manipulate your life. What are you don't want to listen? Do you think those people are man of God? Do you know what churches did to people in this world? They render people useless. They will not see anything. They will say, your mother who born you come to this earth. They will counter you as a witch. They will destroy you. They will say children are witch. Which pastor, if you see like that, why can't you pray and cast out that demon into that person? Instead of that, you will disgrace them. You will manipulate them. You will do the different kind of manners in people. And you will cross a place where they will bury woman being, complete full woman being. And you people know about it. And you will close mouth. You as a good Christian, you will come out and condemn those people. You as a good Christian, if you find anyone, come out and tell them that man is not a man of God, he's a man of demon. That is what Britain give it to you guys. Britain want you people, they kill you with different kind of manners. They throw away the old, that is, they tell you the Bible of Muslim is never be a Bible. That is the truth. They don't preach a real Bible for you. They preach Muslim Bible. They pick few words in Old Testament. Give you Britain Bible. Britain are worship demon. They are worshiping the same thing. What Muslim worship? That is the same thing. Britain worship. They worship satanic. They worship false prophet. So why you can't you open your eye that Biafra is only safe, Biafra is only way, Biafra is only light for you? That is why Masi Nnamdi Kanu, Masi Simon Ekpa is fighting for your own life, because pastor can never do it. Pastor can only wear designer clothes, confuse you, put you in the model slave, so that you will never know left and right. That is what pastor is after. They are after for your the last kobo. When the Sioux government put you in the level 0, and pastor help you, turn you to the level of nothing. Because if they are real pastors, they will talk about our Masi Nnamdi Kanu. They will talk about what is happening in the zoo Nigeria, what is happening to the woman being life for the children or mothers or fathers. But you will never see any pastor comes out and just condemn or say it. Please, Sioux government, stop destroying people because they eat blood, they drink blood for their mouth. Their body is toxic. They are not woman being like you. They don't have soul. I'm saying the truth. Pastor doesn't have soul.
You are very, very right. Very, very right. 100%.
Thank you. They eat rubbish.
They are charlatans.
They are all demonic.
You know,
I'm telling you.
The worst people you can ever have the misfortune in this life to encounter.
Sister, when you look at them, that is my problem. Once you cross into that home, into that demonic house, you're finished. Not any Papa Dio or my mommy Dio. When once you collect what they give it to you, you're finished. You
Mary,
never make sense.
Mary, can I? Our time is up now. We have another program coming up at the top of the hour, which is our database. So I'm not going to exceed 10 minutes. Mary, I want us to have this program next Sunday. I want you to tell us some of your experiences with church, your personal, sometimes our personal experience, like our Dolophos told us some of our personal experiences, which some people that are in church may not understand why some of us will tell them we don't go to church anymore. Why somebody will tell them that, look, if somebody tell you he's a pastor, you should be more careful. If somebody tell you he's a Christian, then you should watch yourself. If you left your bag before, hold it tight. Because that person, if you are afraid of a thief, and then somebody says he's a Christian around you, and especially if he's a Nigerian, in Nigeria, you should know that, in fact, if you used to be afraid of thief, be afraid of that person that says he's a Christian and is a
Yes,
Nigerian.
so
You understand?
yes, so everybody that know me,
You
you
are
know
right.
what? Let me say something. When I was pregnant for my last child, my girlfriend, my namesake, she knows my story. I came to her house and she was like, this Biafran woman in Agakoka, will you go church with me? I turned and I looked at her. I said, what did you say? She said, I'm going to church. Will you come with me? I smiled. I said, Chiko Kikabema, thank you for this grace, because what I will achieve today, you will give me strength. Brother Van Van, I got up, dressed up. You see me on Sunday. Sunday is my lazy day. I got up, dressed up. I brushed my teeth 3 times because I know that I want, when I'm speaking, so that my spirit will be on fire. I dressed up, carried myself to that church, and the unfortunate thing is that I was redeemed. Oh, I said, yes, today I have caught you people. I've been looking for who will invite me to redeem, so that I will unleash more. When I got there,
the call took me unaware. So start this redeem story afresh, because
I haven't even started the redeem story.
I open my ear well because
I was started. I'm just starting. I go to that church. Oh,
okay,
sister, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I looked at the lady and I said, okay. Before I even entered, the palm wine that she gave me, I carried it along with me. When I got to the front of
the sister that
place,
invited you to the church gave you palm wine.
Now, the husband drinks palm wine.
Okay.
The husband awuronyoka, but the wife is a church person. But the husband is not church person. The husband is omenala.
And the wife is a worker in the church.
Yes, now usher.
And it's a sin to drink palm wine in redeem.
Really? But the husband is omenala. Madibia kobo. Dia bo madibia.
Okay.
Dia, the husband is Mwadibia.
Okay.
Yes, the father of her father-in-law is a Dibia. A Dibia mama. So she knows where she entered. So I carried my palm wine along with me. When I reached there, the entire Umunam, Mande Kedendo, plus the living and the dead, I summoned all the powers. And I said, today I am entering this place. What I shall achieve today, in years to come, they will keep saying it.
Okay.
When I entered that place, the pastor, I have had an encounter with him. On 2 occasions, I visited her and he was there. He looked at me, I looked at him. He looked at me, I looked at him. And he said, be at peace. And I looked at him and I told him, peace is for the weak. That was all I told the pastor then. And that was 2 years before that year. So I went into the church, I sat down. And they were singing, dancing, displaying themselves. And then she turned and she said, you don't want to sing? I looked at her and I told her, don't worry, I will sing. You know, I'm pregnant. I don't have energy to stand. You brought me here. You know I don't have energy for this trouble now. She allowed me. She left me alone. They now started Bible study. The best part, I always love to attend when anybody have invite me to church is Bible study, because that is where you say the truth to whoever that wants to listen. And then the Bible study started. Then I asked the question. I told them, I said, do you believe that money is a spirit? They all looked at me and I said, yes. For you to control money, you must be doing the things of the spirit. For not everybody that has money has the ability and the strength to control the powers that control money. There are people whom their family left money for them, yet they got destroyed because they could not control the powers that control money. I told the man, I said, if you want to destroy a home, bring money. That home, if that home is not built on a foundation of trust and sincerity, that home will divide into fragments that even your own demons cannot help them. Hey, they wanted to roast me. Oh, why am I how did the man say it? Why am I roping spirits with money? And I looked at the man and I told him, I said, you don't know me, so don't say what you don't know. And I told him and I said, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. I said, who is the woman sitting beside you? He said, she's my wife. And I said, your wife? He said, yes. And he claimed to be a pastor. I said, your wife? He said, yes. I said, please, can you please give her £100? My spirit tells me you have that money on you, cash. Give her that money. I want her to use that money to go and do her nails, do her lashes. That's what I want. And the man was looking at me. He said, oh, he got angry. Why should you tell me to give her money? You know, he started to speak. And I said, yes, the spirits are working. Hey! The spirits are working. The spirits I came in with have started to move. And I told him and I said, you are the typical example of a demon masquerading as an angel. I said, that is your wife. Give her money. You have a problem with it. She's working. And because of that, you can't give her money. I said, so can you now see that money is a spirit? That evil spirit of money has entered you. And now, you now feel hard to release money out. And then another woman said, yes, men are always envious of women. My brother, church Basara that day. You see that day, they did not host church that day. They did not host church that day because the United Bible study, I made it very hot for everybody sitting there. As a matter of fact, everything that is boiling in people's hearts started to manifest itself. It was as if we were in a conference. We were not in the supposed church. My friend just grabbed me like this outside immediately. Immediately went outside because she already knew what I did. So the moment she came outside, she dragged another man and told the man, please, I want you to break cola immediately. And the man was like, why do you want me to be sick? Please, I'm begging you. You see that woman that is there? You see that woman? You don't know what she has done. Break this cola here and now on this spot, and the church will calm down. And the man was like, okay, just break it. And he broke the cola and dropped it on the floor. Udo abata. And I told my friend, I said,
they broke cola. What?
Yes.
They're doing fetish things there then.
The pastor, one of the pastor broke cola immediately and dropped it on the floor and told me, please, whatever it is that has angered me, I should be at peace with them. And I said, really? And I told them, I said, your church has caused my family so much pain. I said, a pastor from your church told my uncle that his son is evil. That boy died without any medical intervention because his daddy G.O. told him that Moro is evil. that the child he gave birth to wants to kill him.
Hmm.
And I told him, and I said, and you think your church members, your church and the members in it will have peace? I said, no. Anywhere I see Redeemed Church, I must go there and invoke the entire spirit to fight. And that church must scatter. They must not hold that their evil congregation gathering cannot hold. As long as I'm in that I'm present. Hey, except I did not go that day. Except I didn't go. I have been fighting Redeemed. Anywhere I see a Redeemed Church, I always go there with my Nkwelu, the one that has not touched ground. I take it there with me and I invoke the entire spirits.
Okay, now I understand. Spirit. Now I understand. Okay, you actually take the drink there for your own special own special effect.
Yes.
All right.
I take it with me and summon them, go into their presence and touch Abasa that day. I said, look at people who are kabashing every minute. And I coach them
You don't even understand. You don't even know that those people. You don't even know that those people. They are more fetish than you can even imagine. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my people, everyone.
I have been dealing with them, and I will continue to deal with them. Oh, they must come. They must come and apologize for what they did. If they refuse to do it, this is every time they'll be asking. I hope that your friend is not coming to church today. Hey, what she did that day, I don't even know what happened. I started talking what I'm not even supposed to say. I started saying it out. Hey, that baby is very evil. I say you are the evil one. Because if you didn't have anything in your mind, it would come out. Because they say, out of the heart speaketh the mind. You know how them Christians say, in the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So their heart is in abundance and is started to speak.
Precious ones.
Man, not the one that is sleeping with the other person's wife for confess.
Dolofos, please. We have another program at the top of the hour, which is our database in Europe.
Go for it. I'm coming in.
We're gonna end this one. Mary, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I want to anchor another program now. Thank you so much. Yeah, but honestly, that's your personal encounter. I think that there should be a proper recording of it so that people will understand how diabolic some of these pastors are, especially that mountain of fire.
It's parents that we need to speak to, because a lot of parents are so stupid, and their own parents so useless that they hand their children over to pedophiles, rapists.
Yes.
You're right.
It's very important. That particular exposition, that particular personal encounter you had with those mountain of fire pastors, that is very, very important. We'll address it. If it's possible, I might cut it out. If it's not very clear, we might have another section where it will be properly documented, and then I will expose more about Dr. D.K. Olukoya, the founder of Mountain of Fire. I will tell you, that man is connected with the diabolic world. His own mother is the one that initiated him into occultism. He was so connected to the mother until the mother passed away, and that man is so diabolic. The evil that takes place in his office is so terrible. When it is exposed, you won't believe it. What that man is doing, and then you will come there and say, "Die by fire, die by fire." You don't understand what's going on.
You? Wow.
They are all evil.
We will come back to that. Maybe next Sunday, if we can be having every Sunday exposition like this of these criminal pastors, you understand, it will be a sanity for us, so that when we officially declare Biafra and everybody is in Biafra, there will be no business like that in Biafra. Everybody will
I tell you, Pastor Fan, they kill my mother. If I tell you something, with churches,
you are going to tell
I'm telling you, yes. I'm telling you, those people are evil. I tell you what I see. Don't worry, we will make the program. My sisters, my two younger sisters, They said it's witches. These children now, if you saw them now, you will not believe your head. My mother last born, pastors said to my younger sisters, they are the witch. They know how my mother won't take die. But this church kill. We don't have time. We don't have time. They are evil. Don't play with those people.
Thank you so much, my sisters, for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
I appreciate you guys. Dolphus, thank you so much. I was especially appreciative seeing you today. Thank you so much. All right, fellow Biafrans, I am going to be ending this right now, but I will be back. For those of you that need to know more about Biafra and about our country, Biafra, join me in the next program at the top of the hour, where we'll be bringing updates to you about our database, how our country will be run. It's not going to be like Nigeria, whereby you don't even know how many churches you have in Nigeria. You don't even know the names of your pastors because there are no database. If there was database, you would have understood the number of people TB Joshua kidnapped. You would have understood how many virgins he took in. Those people, those sisters that were brought to him as choir members, that, he began to disvirgin them, molest them, sexually harass them. You would have known their whereabouts because there was no database. In Biafra land, it will be a different story. That's why Biafra is the hope of Africa. Thank you for joining me. I will be back at the top of the hour. Don't touch that dial. Thank you. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much.
People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed. People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed.